A farmer dug up his wife's remains and turned her bones into a scarecrow. He never imagined that just a few days later, the scarecrow would begin to breathe. Naively, the farmer believed it was his wife's spirit unwilling to leave him, now living inside the scarecrow to keep him company. But he was wrong. A few days later, the scarecrow brutally killed a young girl who was passing by. Devastated and terrified of more tragedy, the farmer destroyed the scarecrow and then took his own life with a shotgun in the basement. Decades passed. One day, a young boy running for his life stumbled onto the old farmer's abandoned property. As he stepped into the yard, he saw the eerie scarecrow made from human bones with a strange staff stabbed through its chest. Fear gripped him, but the sound of his pursuers closing in pushed him forward. In a panic, the boy yanked the staff from the scarecrow's chest and held it like a weapon. Desperate to find shelter, he ran across the yard and ducked into a crumbling, dust-filled house. But just moments after he shut the door, loud pounding echoed from outside. He froze, thinking the men chasing him had found him. Then, without warning, several long, vine-like tendrils snaked under the door, slithering toward him. Terrified, the boy bolted up the stairs, only for the old wooden staircase to collapse beneath his feet. He crashed down into the basement. As the sound of the scarecrow's footsteps grew louder, he scrambled to get up only to turn and see a corpse lying nearby. Next to the body was a hunting rifle and a note covered in frantic writing. There was no time to read. The scarecrow had found him. The boy grabbed the rifle and aimed, pulling the trigger, click. No bullets. He dropped the gun and made a run for it, but as he reached the basement door, the scarecrow's vines wrapped tightly around him. As the creature crept closer, he was paralyzed by fear. In a last-ditch effort to protect himself, he held up the staff he had taken earlier. Then, something strange happened. The scarecrow suddenly stopped. It stepped back and knelt, submissively. The boy realized the scarecrow was terrified of the staff. To it, he must have looked like its creator. Seizing the moment, the boy gathered all his courage and plunged the staff deep into the scarecrow's chest. Instantly, the creature was sealed once more. The boy didn't waste a second. He bolted out of the basement, fled the haunted property, and ran all the way home. But what he did next was shocking. He took a strong fishing line and tightly tied his brother to the bed. Because the truth was, the one who had been hunting him that day was his own brother. And now, it was time for revenge.